Alright, so today I'm talking to you guys about the sweet stuff. So artificial sweeteners all the way through to 100% natural, raw, organic, local sweeteners. Why do we care? How are they made? And how do we make choices when it comes to our groceries and what we put in our mouth and our bodies? So, how are they made? Things like high fructose corn syrup are extremely processed and refined, and then we have sweeteners that go all spread, down the spectrum all the way to, like I said, 100% raw, organic, locally sourced honey, dark maple syrup, things like molasses. So how do we make decisions around what sweeteners to use and what not to use? My name is Dr. Kate Scott. I am a naturopathic doctor practicing in Ottawa and Kingston, Ontario. And I'm, like I said, here to talk about the sweet stuff because it's something that continually comes up in my practice and in my life because they are everywhere. You guys, I cannot stress to you how much these sweeteners are being put into products these days. Even products that you don't think are considered a sweet or a sweet treat have sugars in them. I promise you. Turn it around, read the label. I'm going to give you a list of things that are hidden sugars that we're not used to looking for. And especially products that are listed as low fat or no fat, or anything with kind of those catchy labels that are trying to sell you on something. I really encourage you to flip those around and look for sugars, because if they've taken something out that usually makes things taste yummy, whether it's fat or carbs or whatever, it's usually replaced with sugar. I would say 99% of the time. So be diligent in looking at what you are purchasing. How does your body process these sugars? So this is something that the industry has tried to fool us with in the past. There were a slew of commercials that came out about high fructose corn syrup and how it was a great alternative to white sugar for people with diabetes. Why? Because they were claiming that when you consume high fructose corn syrup, the liver processes it faster than white sugar, such that you don't get this rush of sugar into your bloodstream that was causing major issues for diabetics. But then the flip side of that is just that you're taxing your liver meal after meal after meal, adding insult to injury. So I would encourage you guys to just really be thoughtful and mindful consumers when somebody is telling you that one thing is better than another. Usually if it's a quick fix or the industry's latest trend or creation, it's usually not the greatest idea. And honestly, when it comes to sugars, you are going to always win when it comes to real foods. That is to say, natural foods. So people ask me then about fruits. Hey Kate, should I consume fruits? Aren't they just full of sugars? And my response is yes, they are full of sugars, but they're full of natural sugars. What's the difference? Well, the difference is that these sugars are coming in a fruit that has a nutrient profile that has been carefully balanced by nature to have this nice little setup of micronutrients and fiber balance, which allows your body to process those sugars more effectively and efficiently than an artificial sugar. So I'm going to give you my top choices for natural sweeteners. If you need to sweeten something, use one of these. So my number one is a raw, organic, local honey. That's my favorite. Beyond that, you can move to dark maple syrup. I am Canadian, I'm biased, but it's delicious. Molasses, stevia if you must, green leaf or extract, sweet fruit juice as long as it's 100% natural and it's not fruit juice, because there are things sold as fruit juice that are not truly fruit juice. And dates. Whole dates are awesome as sweeteners. Beyond that, you have things like brown sugar, date sugar, cane sugar, raw sugar, cane juice or cane juice crystals, coconut nectar, coconut sugar, or palm sugar, although the sustainable sources of that are really hard to find. So like I said, the top ones are whole dates, real fruit juice, raw, organic, local, natural honey, maple syrup, dark maple syrup, molasses, and stevia, green tea, green leaf, sorry, or extract. And then what I want you guys to look for when you're in the grocery store, in terms of hidden sugars, are things like asulfame potassium, aspartame, of course, which is in NutraSweet, saccharin, which those little, when you go to like a coffee shop or a little diner and they have those pink packets that say sweet and low, they are full of that. Stevia, that is white or bleached, and sucralose, which is in essentially Splenda, and tagatose. So again, I'm horrible with pronouncing these, but asulfame potassium, aspartame, which a lot of us are familiar with, saccharin, stevia, if it's white or bleached, sucralose, or tagalose. So those are all sugars that we want to look for specifically. They are found in higher amounts in your processed food than a lot of the other artificial sweeteners. And then we also have a slew of natural sugars that are not really recommended. Things like agave or agave nectar are often touted in products as something, as a natural sweetener. It is natural, but it's not one of my top picks. Barley malt is also used, buttered syrup, caramel is used, corn syrups are used, dextrin or dextrose are used, ethyl maltose, fructose, glucose, golden syrup, any type of other syrup basically other than dark maple syrup, grape sugar, lactose, light brown sugar. So dark brown sugar is preferred over light brown sugar. Maltitol, maltodextrin, maltose, malt syrup, refiner's syrup, sorbitol, sucrose, yellow sugar. So all of these are technically natural sugars, but things you want to avoid. So the list, as you can see, is long, long, long. If you guys want, and you want a list of these natural sugars that are not so great, then please send me a message or just comment below and I can send you a PDF. But in the meantime, there were those, 6 or 7 totally artificial sweeteners that we never want to consume, and a few natural alternatives that are actually quite yummy and delicious if you need to sweeten any of your foods or your coffee. If you have any comments or questions, please post them below. I will get back to you as soon as possible. And if you found this video helpful, please do me a favor and share it. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.